How's everyone doing? Today is your boy A-Dub TV, another day of Gossip TV. Today we're going to be listening to a podcast. You know how we do. And I'm going to put my 2 cents in. It's about a post that was posted on Instagram about saying about stepfathers should not step in for another man. I've got my own reservations for what I'm going to say, but you know what? Let's hear what they're saying, then you know how it is. We break it down. My opinion might not be a fact. You might not agree with me, or you might, who knows. But anyways, it's my opinion. So let's go, man.
Overweight harlots, single mothers, beta male providers, stepfathers, and all the rest of it, who felt the need to suggest that it's A-OK, and in fact a good idea, it's normal to step into the shoes of another man, in fact step into the underwear, step into the bed essentially of another man and try to pretend to be him and provide for a woman who is dysfunctional and unruly. Very strange. Anyways, we have Anthony here who is interested in discussing this, so I will yield the floor, Anthony, for you to make your initial argument.
Okay, thank you for that. And I'll start out by apologizing. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera. We had it, but then we lost it, and I'm trying to get it back as we're speaking here. So, first of all, what you said earlier, let me agree with you. I think being a stepdad is not a good idea. From my own personal experience, it did not work out the way I wanted it to.
Trust me, I can definitely. I got my personal experience as a stepdad as well. Not a good idea, boy. It's like you're treading on thin ice. You can, your stepchild can do something wrong. You can't discipline them. Even if you discipline them and they lie to their parent, then you're here answering questions when you're paying bills in the house. Yeah, trust me. Definitely personal experience. I definitely hear what he's saying though. Because yeah, that was wild, my experience. Maybe one day I'll tell the story.
Looking back, it was not a very good idea to try that or to do that, and I don't recommend anybody else trying it as well. And I do put a lot of emphasis on the women that make the decisions about who they lay down with and have kids with. I think there should be a stronger vetting process. So I agree with you in a lot of what you're saying.
So what did you say in the comments that caused you to be invited for it?
The thing is, you can't expect a man to be a stepfather, to be spending his hard-earned money on your child, looking after, playing a father figure, but he can't discipline the child. What's the point? You might as well just be by yourself. It doesn't make sense, because it's good. His money is good enough for your child to eat the money and everything. But when the child does something wrong, you have to run it by the mom. Nah, man. Nah, it's either that. You can either do it that way all the way through. That means you provide for your child, and I provide for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because boy, Lord God, it's definitely a touchy subject for me, boy.
Right. So what you said in your thing on Instagram, something about men who are stepdads and men who lay out with women who have kids with other men should be sit down and return to the something like that. It sounds like you basically said stepdad should be for being a stepdad or even trying to be a stepdad, or just getting in bed with a woman who has a kid with another man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. That's a bit wild. I mean, your personal experience is your personal experience. It's like a white guy saying, when I was younger, this black guy bullied me, so all black people are bad. Or it's like saying, because of slavery, what white people done to black, all white people are bad. Nah, man, you can't generalize the whole thingy. We call it females or baby mamas, should I say, single mothers, because of your personal experience. Nah, man, that's wild. He was definitely hurt. He's definitely coming from a place of pain.
I just wanted clarification on that.
Okay. Do you understand the sentiment of that? Do you understand the purpose?
No, because you're calling for someone to be returned to the soil.
Okay, so are you suggesting that there's never a case where anyone should be returned to the soil? It's like it's all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
In fact, I'm a fan of yours because the first time I saw you, you were giving this Jewish guy the business, and
well, we're not.
And you would let them have it. So a lot of people should be returned to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Right. So what I'm saying
you understand the sentiment of what I was saying.
Before I became a dad, I realized I can't just keep ignoring my.
I'm not being funny, but that's a bit wild, man. Because over that comment, you're gonna say someone should be returned back to the soil because when they're in a relationship with someone that's got a baby. That's wild. Like, I don't know what else that could mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't backtrack from that. I don't know what that can mean. You said what you said. You know what I'm saying? You got to own it. You said what you said. You got to own it. That's just how life is. Own it, man.
Yes, do you understand the purpose of why I said that?
No. That's why I wanted you to go deeper into it and expound on what you were talking about.
Okay, sure. So, for those who are new, perhaps, or those who've yet to catch up, my work online has been chiefly focused on cultural improvement, if you like, and spreading a functional culture around the world as a civilizing force. Every now and then you'll see that I have particular emphasis on the black peoples of the earth, for obvious reasons. To change a culture or to modify behavior, you're generally going to use two drivers. You'll use something that is motivational, pushes you toward it, or you'll use something that is creates a stigma, shuns you away from certain behaviors and certain thinking. Pleasure drives us, pain pushes us away. Seeking pleasure drives us, avoiding fear pushes us away from good or bad behavior, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
So if I mention that, it's for the purpose of driving certain behaviors. So are you not comprehending that to have punishment for a particular violation would serve to push people away from committing that violation? Is that not clear?
No, I understand that. So what would the violation be?
Exactly.
The violation is to create, okay, so let me rewind this. I'm a systems thinker, so I want everyone to understand that the ideas I'm sharing fit into a larger system. So, the family is a sacred structure, which is the basis of all things. Happiness roots from it, prosperity roots from it, safety roots from it, and much else. The family is sacred. Can we agree that a nuclear family or a patriarchal family, wherein all of the children are blood related to the man, and the man is the leader of the family, is the ideal structure, whether he has one or more wives?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we agree on the outcome.
Yeah.
Now we move on to deviations from the ideal and methodologies to achieve the ideal.
But the thing is, I know so many like girls and boys that grew up in the same parents' household, yeah, and it doesn't mean that they'll come up with the same morals. Because a child grew up with both parents doesn't mean that that everything's gonna be great. They're gonna have the same morals. No, it doesn't mean that. It's just okay. I understand. Ideally, no man wants multiple baby moms. No woman wants multiple baby dads. Of course, but what happens if you end up laying with the wrong person? They say, what you call it? Then when you end up having a child with a person, you're not going to stay with a person because even though the person's treating you bad or treating your child bad, you're not going to stay there because ideally it's what it should be. You're not. You're going to go, if you're not happy in a situation, there's no point wasting anyone's time acting like things are good when clearly you're not happy. So for me, it's one of those things. Our parents done that so many times. Like my parents' generation stayed in a marriage so bitter, but telling the kids everything bad about the other parent. your parent, your mom done this, your dad done this, you know what I'm saying? It was never like, you know, and you never actually see love. You just see love is just putting food on the table. So yeah, I don't believe in, oh yeah, because that's how ideally, of course, ideally, if we're talking about ideally, everyone wants to be a millionaire. Everyone wants to have their own business. Everyone wants to have a YouTube channel. Everyone, you know, wants to be catching flights every month. But in reality, things happen, innit?
So, the moment that you have unruly women who are disobedient, loud, disagreeable, incompetent, overweight, these women are those who will not make good wives.
So a woman that's loud, let's be honest, a woman that's loud everyone has someone in this life. Everyone has someone in this life. I've seen disabled people find love. I've seen dwarves find love. You know, I've seen albinos. I've seen straight men find love. I've seen gay men, gay women find love. So it's everyone there's someone for everybody. So you can't sit there and say because someone's obese, you know, they're disobedient. No, disobedient is not from your character. I mean, it's not from your image, it's from your character. So he's getting it completely wrong, because you can't say, because this person is obese, that person is gonna be a bad person. You know, I have an angry face. I have a screw face. I'm not an angry person. People will always look at me and be like, why are you so angry, man? You need to smile. But trust me, I don't have an angry person. I'm not an angry person. It's just how my face is. If you see my dad's face, then you know that, you know what, he's not an angry person. He just has a screw face. It runs in the family. My granddad, my dad, and me, we all have this, you know, a rest bitch face, or you want to call it. So, no, I'm not far from an angry person. But hey, it's life, isn't it? People are gonna judge, but everyone should keep their opinions to themselves. You can't bring your crazy thing online and say because someone's big and loud. When you're loud, sometimes the loudest people in the room are most of the time the weakest. They just say things loud and scream because they feel uncomfortable with themselves. And that's it. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. They just get the confidence from, you know, like shouting and screaming at someone. You know, because you're just gonna bark, but they're not gonna do nothing. The people you need to worry about are the people that don't say nothing, they just keep quiet. The barkers are just the loudest talkers, isn't it?
And what's worse than them not making good wives, they'll poison young women, which is their competition, such that they too don't make good wives. So these women must be marginalized so that they do not poison everything and stop us from procreating and having.
So I believe when it comes to these younger women now, I don't believe that the older ones are spoiling them, because when they look at their parents, how their parents' household was, they look at it as their mom was growing up in the house not happy, the dad was going out doing this and doing that, and they never really saw true love. So for that reason, they're just gonna go out there and do what they need to do, because they don't believe in true love. Because charity begins at home. It's whatever you learn from your house. And of course, a lot of single parent homes and stuff, you know. So most of these women haven't really seen true love to even know what to give. It's like African men, for example. You grow up in your house. You're used to your mom serving your dad. Your dad will finish eating his food. He will sit there, and your mom will take away the plate. So in reality now, it's like a lot of women don't want to do that. You know, so that's what he's used to. So now because he's used to that, you know, and he can't get that, women are gonna be like, oh yeah, you know what, who does he think he is? I'm not your maid, I went to work too, blah blah blah. But it's about what you're used to growing up. So adapting different strategies, just like that same man has to adapt. Sometimes you get up and you wash your own dishes when no one else is at home. You know, you just wash your dishes, just cook for yourself. You know, it's just how it is. Because in this day and age, two partners need to work to sustain a good household, unless you made it in life as a man. Just trust me, man.
happy, healthy families. Now, when women behave in an unruly manner, when they violate, when they have no discipline, when they're dishonest, when they're rude, when they're overweight, we must shun them and cast them away. They must get no benefits in civil society, which is a patriarchal society, which is to say...
What is he talking? So what? Your woman gives birth and she's overweight. So you're going to expect her to nurture a child and lose weight at the same time? What about if she has health conditions? Nah, man. This guy, he is about one post away from being cancelled, boy. I can see it. One post away from being cancelled. Then again, America are not like UK. They're not sensitive like UK. In America, you can say what you want. It's crazy, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, man. I'm gonna carry on recording this. It's your boy, A-Dog TV.